Let me share something that might sting a little bit, but it will absolutely help you grow. If you're blaming your team right now, their attitude, their motivation, their generation, their work ethic, you're not seeing the real problem, because blame is not the truth. Blame is a signal. And that signal is saying one thing: you've reached the end of your current skill set. If you're a leader who's tired of repeating yourself, tired of agreement without execution, tired of carrying the emotional weight of everybody else's performance, you are in the right place. I'm Chris Hunsicker, and this is the Dealership War Room. This isn't motivation. This isn't theory. This is a daily leadership briefing for people who actually have to produce results in the arena, at work and at home. 7 minutes, one truth, one execution move. You're in the war room now, so let's dive in. Let's connect the last two episodes. On Monday, we said you don't sell cars anymore, you sell ideas. And on Tuesday, we said being right doesn't matter if you're not effective. Now, here's where it gets a little uncomfortable. When leaders can't sell an idea, when they can't move behavior, when execution stalls, they rarely look inward, they look outward. My people cared more if they were more disciplined. If this generation would just grow up, if they just wanted it like I did. Here's the truth most leaders never hear. Blame is what happens when effort outruns skill. And you've tried everything that you know how to do. You've explained it. You've repeated it. You've pushed harder. And when it still doesn't work, frustration turns into criticism. Criticism turns into blame. But blaming your team doesn't mean they're the problem. It means you've outgrown your current tools. And here's the dangerous part. Some leaders don't stop at blaming. They become what I call educated blamers. They read books, they listen to podcasts, they learn new language, but nothing changes. They just get better at explaining why it's everyone else's fault and they're to blame. Educated blamers are some of those miserable people in leadership, because once blame takes over, hope disappears. And without hope, nobody fights. Let me be very clear. Your team doesn't give up because they're weak. They give up because they don't believe change is possible. And leaders, often unknowingly, are the ones who killed that belief. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Every time you're blamed, you're standing on the edge of growth. You can get louder, harden, lower standards, retreat into sarcasm and frustration, or you can level up your skill set. Because elite leaders don't ask, what's wrong with my people? They ask, what skills do I need to learn next? See, blame is not a character flaw. Blame is a curriculum. Quick pause. If this episode is naming something you felt but never had words for, hit like and subscribe. This channel exists to help leaders grow past the edge of their current skill set. I don't want you missing what's next. All right, come on, let's dive back in. Here's today's war room tool. I call it the blame audit. The next time frustration shows up, stop and ask, what am I blaming right now? What skill would make this problem smaller? What conversation am I avoiding because I don't feel equipped? Write it down, because the moment you name that skill gap, you get your power back. Growth always starts there. Let's make this practical and insanely valuable. Drop this in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. What do you find yourself blaming most right now? Is it people? Is it process? Or is it pressure? Just pick one. That answer tells you exactly where the next skill upgrade lives. And if this episode hit close to home and you're realizing, I don't need more pressure, I need better tools, that's exactly why I built the Velocity Mastermind. This is where driven leaders go to upgrade their skill set consistently, learn how to influence without force, and to build execution without burnout, and to stop blaming and start leading at the next level. If you're ready for mastery and not motivation, scan the QR code you see on the screen and apply to join the Velocity Mastermind. We would love to have you. Blame is not the enemy. Staying there is. And tomorrow in episode 244, we're going to talk about how elite leaders blend warmth and standards without losing either one. So for today, start noticing, are you blaming? When you find yourself wanting to blame, remember that's the signal. And then stop and ask yourself, what skill do I need right now so I don't need to blame them, but I can level up me and go out and create some leadership fire. And I'll see you tomorrow in the Dealership War Room.